What is going on, guys? Welcome to yet another review on Techinbits. Today we have a look at the Phillips 272 P4 and C4. C stands for consumer and P for professional. So quick intro and back to the review. As we start on the top of the device itself, we see a webcam and a microphone that really has a decent quality to it. Don't expect a webcam quality from $100 price range, but it is in there. And second of all, we have the microphone itself, which sounds a bit odd, but it's okay to have a Skype message on there. As we take a closer look at the device itself, we have astonishing viewing angles and a high contrast ratio with Adobe RGB colors. This comes in the mid-price range, especially for QVHD monitors, which has a resolution of 2560 by 1440. This means you have 70% more screen real estate than you would have on a full HD monitor, like any normal 22, 21, 24 inch nowadays. So this means that this 27 inch has a lot of screen real estate to work on, and you will have some extra functionality, and you will be able to work at a decent speed. Now there are two models. We have the C4 and the P4, and C4 doesn't stand for TNT or something else, but it stands for consumer, and the professional for professional. The only difference is that the professional has USB 3.0, the professional has some other pivot functionality and has a better height adjustment, and the stand itself does look more professional than the consumer model. Other than that, we can say that the professional model does have some better viewing angles and has some better overall video quality. The reason being is that the response time of the device itself is a bit lower than the other one. So this means that the consumer device sort of is capable of playing games on there, but since it's a QVHD monitor, we have a reaction time of 10 milliseconds. So all you gamers out there that are gaming on a 22 gaming with 120 Hertz or something else, I just wouldn't recommend you playing on there, especially since with a high resolution you do need a bigger graphics card, which will lead to another cost. Also, the device has a price range of 500 euros, which is about the same as the Dell option 27 inch that is talking towards gaming, and this has a price range of 480. When we compare it, the Dell has a bit more decent image quality than the Philips one, but the Philips has some feature sets such as webcam. We have a smart response, which means if you walk away from the device itself, it will dim its light and it will dim the overall screen, and eventually it will turn off. Also, we have the feature set of we are able to have multiple inputs on one display. This is great because you have a high resolution. This means you can have DisplayPort, HDMI, DVI all on the same screen. So for example, you are playing on the PlayStation and you still want to have some Twitter or Facebook opened so you can see what your friends are doing, or during your pause in the PlayStation world you can check your mails without losing sight on that PlayStation device, which is great. This is definitely a plus point of this device compared to other concurrents out there. So we have multi-view, we talked about that, and then we have to talk about the IPS/PLS device. So it sounds like that Philips has bought a screen from Samsung with the PLS technology in there. PLS is actually the same as IPS when we take a look at pixels and all that, but Samsung says it has the best of both worlds. When you are booting up this screen, you will notice that all the colors are oversaturated and the contrast isn't that well set. The reason being is that you will have to install the package on your device, on your laptop or your computer. This is quick and easy installment, and you will be able to download that file on the internet, and as from there just a few buttons and you will be able to click your way into a perfect looking device. Especially if I compare it to my older devices, this really has bright images. Orange is orange. The shocking truth is that the YouTube logo never has been that red in my eyes ever. So when I booted this up, I thought, wow, the YouTube logo really is red and not some other color. That's what I thought when comparing it to my other devices that I have lying around in here, and now I will only want to have PLS displays or IPS displays for that matter. Then again, if you are a gaming person, I wouldn't recommend buying a device with such a high resolution due to the slow response time compared to gaming displays. So as we go to the top, guys, down under we have the two multi-view sensors. You can set these at different distance through the menu. We have the Philips logo, and on the right we have touch enabled buttons. Like any other devices out there, displays tend to have a horrible menu, and this is certainly the case. I didn't think that the smart touching of the device had any feedback to it, which I don't like. I still like buttons, for example at the bottom of the device, in order to click through menus, and when you are touching it sometimes didn't responded the way I'd like it to be. Especially the menu isn't that intuitive, and I still would like to see a device that enables you to change settings in your operating system. At the side we have a USB connector. This is to enable you to use the webcam and the microphone. And then we have at the other side a DVI, a display port, a HDMI and so forth to connect your device on there. Do mind, this is a dual link DVI, so if your device doesn't have a dual link DVI port, you should upgrade your graphics card. Please don't connect this display with VGA, because VGA has horrible quality. In my opinion, VGA needs to be doomed. All projectors or any excuses to use VGA should be damned from this world. VGA is 8-bit. It's really crap in my opinion. Just use HDMI or you use dual link DVI. DisplayPort is the future to go, which means you will be enabled to connect your other devices through DisplayPort to pairing function and all that, which means you will pass on DisplayPort to the display, and you will be able to pass through the DisplayPort to connect it to others. Unfortunately, this isn't enabled on this device. The reason being is that the end display port doesn't have a output, so it's only an input, and you won't be able to connect your hard drive through there. So that's one sad thing. So they have DisplayPort, which is great. This means you will be able to connect much more displays on one graphics card in the future, but it doesn't have that great DisplayPort connectivity, or Thunderbolt as they call it at Apple. So I would like to see the mini DisplayPort with the Thunderbolt, but sadly enough it's old school DisplayPort, which is the larger connector, and this doesn't work. So overall guys, if I can recommend the device, it's within the price range of 500 euros. It does have astonishing quality color representation. It does have a webcam. The only thing I wouldn't recommend is you buying the device in order to have a multi-screen setup. The reason being is because you will have 3 webcams pointing at your face, and this certainly isn't what you want. It has a quite thick bezel, and it wouldn't be in any order to have a multi-display setup on your desktop with this display. But all to all, if you are looking for a 27-inch, you do need some screen real estate, and you won't have a dual screen or triple screen setup. This is really the product to go. Aesthetic wise, I do think that this looks way better than a Dell, because it has some brushed look to it. The finish, I really like it, and the build quality is really up there. So that was it guys. If you have any other questions, please feel free to comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible, and as always guys, liking will get you cookies, and subscribing will get you a kiss from Pamela Anderson if I can arrange a meeting with her. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next time.